Welcome back to the FinMeUp channel. Today we'll be looking at Alviva Holdings. Alviva Holdings is actually one of the FinMeUp 2022 JSE Stock Picks. Those stock picks has been performing really well, with Sibanye being the biggest winner, up over 50% in just a few months. The link to that video is in the description. Since that video, Alviva is up around 12%. It is still a small cap, around a 2.4 billion rand valuation. So still a small cap, which means it will be volatile with a very low PE ratio at very attractive valuations. And it is essentially a holding company of various businesses operating in 4 different segments. That is ICT distribution, services and solutions, financial services, and group central services. The biggest part of that is the ICT distribution. ICT distribution including businesses like ASICS or AXIZ, Obscure, Pinnacle, VH Fiber, and the Tauruses. Out of those, which excites me the most is Obscure and Tauruses. So just to give you some quick context, the Obscure revenue went up 95%, and PBT, the profit before tax, was up 79%. This business benefited from an increase in global security, and global security threats and mitigation awareness will be there for years and years to come as everything becomes digital. So if you have a cybersecurity business that really has a great product, you will benefit. And that's what we've been seeing. Obscure has been benefiting. Then another interesting business is VH Fiber, giving you access to fiber networks if you invest in Alviva Group. The revenue was up 56% for this business. It is still a small part of the general holdings, but there is also some nice exposure. And then Tauruses, which is a very exciting company that recently formed part of the group. The revenue just for Tauruses was 2.4 billion rand. Profit before tax, 81 million rand. There's a massive demand for Tauruses business, and their cloud growth running at 32%. They've got a competent and experienced management according to their latest financials and also the business. And they also provide significant cloud solutions and also advanced logistics infrastructure systems and capabilities. They are in various African markets. So this is a very exciting business that is already contributing a massive part to Alviva. And if we look at the group's general financial state, at their latest results that they published for the 6 months ended 31 December 2021, at a glance, the revenue was up 52% at 11.4 billion rand, earnings per share up 201% to 3.31 rand. Headlines earnings up also 142%, net asset value up 26% to 24.57 rand. So the share price is trading at a discount to net asset value, but these holding companies usually trade at a discount, especially if you look at a company like Process, trading at a discount of like 60% to net asset value. So it's not always the best indicator, but at least it's some indicator of, which value you're buying at. The acquisition of this Tauruses Technology Group came in with effect on 1 July 2021, and that also had a massive material effect on these financial results, and in some cases it makes comparison with amounts in prior reporting periods less meaningful. But overall, if you look at the different businesses, and we went through all the different businesses in their ICT, in their services and solutions, financial services, and all of that, revenues are growing overall, generally. You have businesses like Datacentrics, which is a great business, but the revenue was only up 6%. Here and there, you have these businesses not really growing that fast, and also most of their businesses are already cash generative and profitable. They have a company, part of their services and solutions segment called Grid Cars, which is the only part of their services and solution businesses that are not yet profitable and cash generative. All the businesses, Datacentrics, DG, Centrex, Synergy, RP, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that, and SolarF, SolarF is at break even, but the rest are profitable and cash generative. And you see revenues growth of 27%, 22%, 20% in the different businesses, but that won't bore you with the details. If you want more on that, let us know in the comments and we can share the different businesses and what they do. But the ICT distribution part of their business is the biggest and showing the best growth. The return on equity for the ICT distribution was 36%, which is great. Excluding Tauruses, it improved from 18% to 29%. So even without Tauruses, there was a massive improvement. And, you've got a business like Obscure in the cybersecurity. You've got Pinnacle. You've got ASICS. Pinnacle also grew revenues by 40%. So just concluding on the different businesses, the revenues are growing, profit before tax, so the profits are growing. And then everywhere in there, you see there's an update on the demand, an increased demand for their services. And you want to see increased demand. Where there's demand, there's money to be made. Their financial services is a very small part of their group results or revenues. And the return on equity for the financial services is 19.5%. And return on equity for the services and solutions was 28%, the return on equity. So the businesses are performing really well. They are experiencing growth. They are seeing demand, which is great. Quickly looking at the geographic locations, they're operating in various countries in Africa like Algeria, Botswana, Cote d'Ivoire, Congo, Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, Lesotho, Mozambique, Morocco, Namibia, Senegal, Tanzania, and then obviously South Africa. So they are, and so many other countries as well that I didn't mention. So they are across Africa. So the outlook for Alviva, according to the management, is looking good. So according to the outlook, it says Alviva has had a strong start to the reporting period to 30 June 2022. The demand remains high for the products and services, and the board is optimistic that the group will comfortably exceed its earnings from those generated in the previous year. So, the demand remains high. They have executed well in the first 6 months, and they also expect to exceed its earnings from the previous year. So it's looking good. They have challenges and they have risks, and so do most technology companies lately, because you've got the shortages of processors and components, so like the semiconductors. You've got logistics increasing, the costs increasing, shipping increasing, especially with the oil increasing. You've got the unprecedented rise that they had last year, but obviously we hope that won't happen again. They had the cyber attack on Transnet, which disrupted supply chain in August, and supply chains are already in chaos. They have the lack of predictability of supply chains, so that is also something, especially with the recent impacts of, all the conflicts. And then you have something like load shedding impacting the economy and sentiment, and also the unfortunate increase of general crime in this country. So they have their challenges, and operating in Africa, there's so many problems still to be solved. But where there's problems, there's opportunity. But where there's problems, there's also risks. And they have the opportunity. They also have the challenges. But overall, the company has been doing well so far. Quickly looking at some of the strategic actions that the company has been taking. They reduced inventory to normalized levels at 1.5 billion rand. The digital transformation, including automation and optimization. They also announced a share repurchase program when appropriate. And then there's a few other things like committing to achieving carbon neutrality, and also delivering on the acquisitions that they've made to help those companies reach their full potential. So, getting to our opinion, just before that, quick announcement, the FinMeUp app is very, very close to launch. We're expecting it to launch in April. We've been working so many months to create value for you. We're also going to do a lot of stock picks on the new app, where we include 39 metrics to give a company a score out of 100, so each company that we research. So there's lots and lots of value coming for you, including also content from industry experts. So stay tuned for that. Close to that launch, you can join the FinMeUp community in the link in the descriptions. Join a WhatsApp or Telegram group in the meanwhile. We'd love to have you part of this journey. So getting out to our final opinion. Look, if you invest in Alviva, it's a play on Africa. It's a play on the digitalization of Africa. Personally, I like it. I like the potential in Africa, especially because there is so much more digitalization that needs to happen, that they can really benefit from this. And also what I like is it's a diversified portfolio of companies, giving you, it's giving you access or exposure to cybersecurity business. It's giving you access to something like SolarRef with the clean energy. Just a quick interesting fact of that SolarRef. They announced that they annually save CO2 equivalent of 8 million trees, and they annually save over 121 million liters of water. So this is a business that is really generating lots of value for society. And you've got exciting businesses, you've got established businesses, you've got high growing businesses, you've got also businesses with some static revenue growth. But that's part of having a holding company and diversified holdings in various companies. But overall, not financial advice. This is our opinion and our research, and just giving you an overview of Alviva to hopefully make your research more simplified, because always do your own diligence. But overall, we like Alviva. We love the valuation at the moment. Very low PE. If you look at the revenue compared to the actual valuation, it's just ridiculous, especially if you compare it to companies in the US with price to sales of 20. They are trading below the actual revenue that they are making. So valuation extremely attractive. They are a play in Africa of digitalization, which I like. They've got various businesses in industries that are hot, in fiber, in cybersecurity, in green energy, in software and cloud solutions. So I like it. I'm invested in Alviva. I like Alviva. It's part of the 2022 stock picks. Let us know what you think, and if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. And also comment which other JSE or US listed companies you want us to cover. And also let us know how excited you are for the new FinMeUp app coming soon. We'll be adding so much value to your financial life. At the end of the day, our vision is to clear the way to financial independence for you. Have a great day. Let us know what you think of Alviva. Always do your own due diligence. Cheers.